November 1971. A storm rages above the Pacific Northwest. Inside a Boeing 727, passengers whisper nervously as a man in a dark suit hands a note to a flight attendant. 4 parachutes, $200,000 in cash, and one impossible demand: keep flying until he says otherwise. Hours later, somewhere over the forests of Washington, he vanishes into the night sky. No body, no parachute, no trace. This was the man the world would come to know as D.B. Cooper. November 24th, 1971. Oregon. A cold rain lashes against the airport tarmac. Among the weary travelers, one man stands apart. A stranger carrying nothing but a briefcase and a plan that will burn his name into history. He buys a one-way ticket, Portland to Seattle, paid in cash. No questions, no fuss. The name he gives: Dan Cooper. Just another passenger, or so it seemed. At 2:50 p.m., he boards Northwest Orient Airlines, Flight 305, a short flight, just 30 minutes. But this journey would never be forgotten. Cooper sits in the last row, briefcase at his side, calm, quiet, anonymous. But inside that briefcase, he claims, lies a bomb. He hands a note to flight attendant Florence Schaffner. She thinks it's just another man's phone number, until she opens it and reads the words that would freeze her blood. Miss, you'd better sit down. I have a bomb. Opening the briefcase just enough, he shows her wires, red sticks, a battery. Whether real or fake, it doesn't matter. The message is clear. Cooper is in control. In the cockpit, Captain William Scott keeps calm, circling Seattle as authorities scramble. FBI agents rush to gather cash, parachutes, and plan for a hijacker no one understands. Incredibly, most passengers remain unaware. They think it's just a delay. The crew keeps them calm, serving drinks. While in the back row, Cooper sits motionless, watching. At 5:39 p.m., Flight 305 lands in Seattle. The demands are met. A duffel bag stuffed with cash is delivered. Parachutes packed and ready. Cooper lets the passengers go, but keeps the crew. Night falls. The flight takes off again, heading south. Just 4 crew members, and Cooper. Somewhere above the forests of Washington, he makes his move. At 8:13 p.m., the rear stairway lowers. The cabin shakes. In the storm and freezing rain, Cooper jumps. $200,000 strapped to his body, and vanishes into the night. The crew feel the sudden shift. The stairway sways. But when they look back, he's gone. D.B. Cooper has disappeared. Within hours, the FBI launches a massive search. Agents with dogs scour the woods, rivers, and mountains. Helicopters sweep the skies. But there is no trace of him. Not a parachute, not a footprint. Nothing but broken branches and soaked earth. A man had leapt into the void and left the world guessing. The next morning, America wakes to the news. Skyjacker escapes by parachute. Hijacker vanishes with $200,000. D.B. Cooper becomes a legend overnight. Agents chase hundreds of leads. Every ex-con, every paratrooper, every drifter in the Pacific Northwest is questioned. The pressure is relentless, but the trail goes cold. Over the years, dozens of names surface. Ex-military, career criminals, even ordinary men living quiet suburban lives. Each time, the evidence falls apart. The forests of Washington stretch endless, unforgiving. If Cooper didn't survive the jump, his body and the money are buried somewhere. The FBI builds psychological profiles. Meticulous, calm, polite, but commanding. A man who understood aircraft. A man trained to jump. And yet, Not one witness ever saw him again. It's as if the night swallowed him whole. Some believe he died in the wilderness. Others, that he walked away free, melting back into society with a new life and new name. D.B. Cooper becomes more than a man. Songs, movies, conspiracy theories, a folk hero to some, a criminal to others. The mystery deepens with time. Inside FBI offices, the case consumes agents for years. Maps, red strings, endless reports. A mystery unsolved, yet never forgotten. Teams drag rivers and search mountains. Decades pass, but the silence of the wilderness holds its secrets tight. In 1980, 9 years later, a young boy digging near the Columbia River uncovers a bundle of decayed $20 bills, still bound by rubber bands. It's Cooper's ransom money. The press explodes. Cooper fever reignites. But the money raises more questions than answers. Why was it buried there? And where was the rest? Decades later, the surviving crew still remember his calm voice, his steady gaze, haunted by the man who vanished before their eyes. Half a century has passed. The trail is cold, the evidence thin, but the legend lives on. D.B. Cooper, the man who leapt into a storm and into myth